Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network.
The reason some people think, well, I don't know, I remember that economy when he first came in being pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty good because it was my economy. We had 75 straight months of job growth that I handed over to him. It wasn't something he did. I had spent 8 years cleaning up the mess that the Republicans had left me the last time. So just in case everybody has a hazy memory, he didn't do nothing except those big tax cuts.
He's so good.
Damn, he's good at this. Oh, my God.
Has he ever thought about preaching like in a church?
We have deployed our nuke. Barack
Yeah.
Obama's in the house, everybody. 3 weeks to go. 3 weeks from Tuesday. Oh, my God. Hi, Sean. Sean is serving America this morning at ass o'clock because Chris LeBoy's on his way to Kansas City.
Right.
Good morning, Sean. Aw, you look all sleepy and blinky like Bonnie and Clyde when they first wake up. Your mic isn't working. Oh,
It happens.
he's going to be even quieter than usual. Wow. Yeah, wow. We have so much great Obama sound. Wait, you have to do the diaper joke. Where's...
That's, oh, Lordy.
Is there any ketchup left at Mar-a-Lago? Has he
No.
completely exploded?
Yeah, 14.
Yeah. Actually, 15.
Yeah, it's 15. That's
There we
it.
go.
I remember changing diapers. You think Donald Trump ever changed the diaper? Yeah. I almost said that, but I decided I shouldn't say it.
The giggling
my-
face that he had.
Oh, he
was
is
so cute.
magic. Yes, I love that Donald Trump's getting heckled at other people's rallies.
Right.
Not just at his own. So he said he's only changed his own diaper. That was funny, heckler.
It was.
You know, when the hecklers are funnier than you, Orange Fat Elvis, it's time to leave. It's time to leave the building. Because meanwhile, oh my God, what was that? Donald Trump, what was that thing
With
yesterday?
Detroit?
Well, first of all, yes, he said Detroit sucks to
In
Detroit.
Detroit.
In Detroit. Yeah, but secondly, that's whatever. I get why Kamala Harris's only strategy at this point is just watch his rallies.
Yeah.
Just since when does an opponent go,
Yeah.
just watch this.
Yes.
Okay, do you have, I don't even know where to,
I don't either.
which,
It was very disturbing to listen to.
okay, something, circles, rocket ships.
Yes.
Oh, well, here, let's start with saying, hey, you suck, Detroit,
Yeah, 5.
in Detroit.
Right.
Okay.
Today is high on our list. The whole country is going to be like, you want to know the truth? It'll be like Detroit. Our whole country will end up being like Detroit if she's your president. You're going to have a mess on your hands.
Give me a minute, please.
We'll have
Of the-
some words. Detroit Shelton.
Yes, I texted her that yesterday. She has some
Feelings?
thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what
None
was
of
he-
which are airable on the show.
No.
But what she texted me is the same thing President Biden said is, what a hole.
effing.
Then something,
Yeah,
rocket
this is
ships and
weird.
circles. And
Ma'am, just give me a few minutes, hon.
Many countries, they do that. And then all of a sudden you hear that they're leaving.
They'll
Milwaukee,
try.
or they're leaving wherever they may be located. It's very sad to see it.
I will. Give me a minute.
It's so simple. I mean, this isn't like Elon with his rocket ships that land within 12 inches on the moon where they wanted to land. Or he gets the engines back. That was the first I realized. I said, who the hell did that? I saw engines about 3-4 years ago. These things were coming, cylinders, no wings, no nothing. And they're coming down very slowly, landing on a raft in the middle of the ocean someplace with a circle. Boom.
I don't. It was very confusing.
You also, Sean, Jody very helpfully sends me also the transcript. Because you're like,
And it's even
oh,
less
maybe
understandable.
he's just,
Right.
slurring and
No.
yeah, I
don't.
I challenge you to read the transcript of this because there's
Reminded me of the Biden circles that he used to have, right? he'd have 8 circles, and he couldn't fill them up. But then I heard he beat us with the popular vote. I don't know. Couldn't fill up the 8 circles. I always loved those circles. They were so beautiful. They were so beautiful to look at. In fact, the person that did them, that was the best thing about the level of that circle was great. But they couldn't get people, so they used to have the press stand in those circles because they couldn't get the people. Then I heard we lost. Oh, we lost. No, we're never going to let that happen again.
I don't.
Is he?
I don't either.
Then he said, we're not going to let that happen again, but we've been abused by other countries. We've been abused by our own politicians, really more than other countries. Then he went on to talk about imposing 1,000% tariffs on imported automobiles and daydreamed about exposing my really beautiful body.
Oh, yeah, that's gross.
I just think I'm going to buy it.
Please don't.
I don't.
I didn't want to play
Does
that
he
because that's just
mean-
gross.
The circles you fill out on a ballot, or
is it
crop
Twister?
circles. Sean, help me. Your brain is younger. Sean, what did he? I don't.
Well, Twister is in circles, so he said the press was standing in the circles, so perhaps they were playing Twister.
I don't.
I did. I just listening to. I don't. I'm like that kid,
Okay. Yep. All right. So
People are
all
voting
this
for
is
that.
happening, and here we are. Wow. So as we got off the air yesterday, Ethel Kennedy passed away.
Right.
And you've heard me tell the stories many times. Can I just say, there's a lot of, as you know, Jody, some family stuff is private, so I can't talk. Let me just say I understand the pain that the family must have about Bobby Jr. And because of Bobby, back when he was sane, I got to go stay at the Kennedy compound I got to play Bananagram with Ethel Kennedy. So
That's cool.
That is, and can I just say, was the most gracious, kind person in the world. She literally, he couldn't be there, but I was traveling with a friend. He's like, oh, do you want to go stay at the and I'm like, yeah.
Sure.
But I mean, it was one of the most insane experiences of my life. I got a text. This is Ethel's private secretary. We're going to pick you up at the airport. I was like, what? Bring you to the compound. And she couldn't have been more gracious and kind and knew who I was. And, it was like, yeah. And there's a tradition there. You watch the news together every night. She's like, all right, dinner and the news is at 5, come for cocktails in the news, and then we'll have dinner. And then Bananagram. Like, she's like a nun. She was just
Well, Irish Catholic.
yeah. And she had one of those little tables that spun around, like the hors d'oeuvres and drinks, like you spun it around. And I remember I was reaching for a snack, and I stepped on her foot, which was, because you know me, I can't go anywhere without doing something embarrassing. And she was very nice about it. She just went, oh, no, I'm fine.
You just broke my foot. It's fine.
We watch the news together, and then you discuss in the Kennedy family, you discuss what you've seen on the news. And obviously she never said anything about Bobby Jr., but the entire family did. And you could see she's the kind of person that probably wouldn't have,
loved
but
her son.
it had to have broken her heart.
It's her son.
Yeah. But I forgot she had 11 children,
That's
right?
Catholic.
But she was, as the obits read, dedicated to social causes and the family's legacy for decades thereafter. 96 years old. We all know sort of the Kennedy, but I had not realized the depth of her tragedy that she endured, and still fought her whole life for social causes and the family's legacy and things that Robert Kennedy Sr. believed in. But her parents were killed in a plane crash in 1955. Her brother died in a 1966 crash. Her son David overdosed. Her son Michael died in a skiing accident. Her nephew John F. Kennedy Jr. died in a plane crash. Her granddaughter overdosed. And I thought this part was striking. They talked about her being a devout Catholic, which she was. In the family statement, they said, we are comforted in knowing she's reunited with the love of her life, our father, Robert F. Kennedy, her children, David and Michael, her daughter-in-law, Mary. I thought it was really interesting they included.
Yeah.
Because I stayed in Bobby and Mary's house on the compound, and I remember I told you this story. So the phone rang when I was there, and I don't know, Ethel, am I?
You're right.
What do you do here? I was like home alone at the Kennedy compound. I was like, I don't want to touch anything. What do I do? So I answered and it was, I guess it might have been a robocall from Mary, and I was like, oh, she's not here. It was shortly after she had committed suicide. It just was, anyway, so that's why this is all sort of close to my heart, is that she just couldn't have been kinder and more gracious to me. Kicked my ass at Bananagram. That game is hard. I'll bring in the Bananagram thing to show you, but that is crazy hard, and she was crazy competitive. And she would like loom over you to see how you were doing with the, the letters. And I'm like sweating like in Catholic school. Anyway, I was struck by, this latest story about Bobby Jr.'s womanizing, and, this was part of, they're saying why Mary took her own life, that she found this diary, and there's a story about how Trump is too skeeved out by
Right.
all the stories coming out about, I'm like, really? If you're too skeevy a womanizer for Donald Trump? But this part, Billy Baldwin was a really close friend of Mary's. But this part of the story just broke my heart. Billy Baldwin said, Mary cried on my shoulder about Bobby numerous times before her death. If Bobby were half a man, she would still be alive today. Mm-hmm. It will all come out. His campaign will be over in weeks if these walls could talk. Kennedy reportedly described himself as a victim of the women he said pursued him for sex encounters he described as muggings. He allegedly wrote his greatest flaw was my lust demons. But anyway, I just, more tragedy for the Kennedy family, even though I know she was 96, but she'd had a stroke last week. And anyway, but sorry, I'm choking up. She was just an amazing lady. So, and it's a little bit of a weird, because it's only because of Bobby that I had that experience and got to meet her. But can I just say, I pray he gets help. I don't think he's well. And I just hope nobody's listening to him about what to do politically in 3 weeks, because his father and now his mother, right, would just be appalled.
Yes.
If Donald Trump were reinstalled. All right. I guess, yay, that wasn't the funniest out of the gate, was it, Sean? You're like, why did I come back for this? I'm sleepy. All right. Glenn Kirshner, who joins us on stage tomorrow night in Kansas City.
Yay.
A woman caller yesterday literally screamed. Did you hear that
did.
when I told her Glenn Kirshner was coming?
There's no denying it, the vibes are really good right now. But vibes alone won't save our democracy. We need votes. At the Grassroots Democrats HQ, we know what it takes to win elections. Knocking doors, making calls, sending texts, and writing postcards. If we're going to elect Kamala Harris and Tim Walz and give them the Democratic Congress to pass their agenda, then we need to roll up our sleeves and talk to a record number of voters between now and November 5th. But let's be clear, we can't do it without you. So, are you ready to work? This is a fight for freedom and our future, and everything is at stake. Don't wake up on November 6th wishing you had done more. Join us. Go to grassrootsdems.org today to sign up to volunteer, and let's go win this thing.